Tertiary health facilities in Nigeria were crippled last week following a strike by nurses and midwives over welfare and their professional standing. Welcome to your #1 labor program in Africa, the Tripartite, the Worker, Employer, and Government Roundtable. I am your host, as usual, Abulu Osemwahu. In our package for today, in the Let's Talk segment, we will bring you nurses and midwives, officials telling us why they went on strike and what they need, what their demands are to the Nigerian government. We will also bring you, as we have promised, the full presentation of Nigeria's Minister of Labour and Employment at the 2025 International Labour Conference that held in Geneva, Switzerland. Now, before all that, Francis is standing by to give us labor stories shaping the world of work globally. Always remember that the Tripartite believes that workers' lives matter, employers' business matter, government policies matter, pensioners' welfare matter, and eliminating child labor all over Nigeria and Africa and the world matters to us here at the Tripartite.
My name is Mohammed Megardi Gadi, the Minister of Labour and Employment. You are watching the Tripartite program on AIT.
Hello and thanks for joining us on this segment. Let's begin with this cheering story from Nigeria, as President Bola Tinubu has offered immediate employment to 200 National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) members into the country's federal civil service in recognition of their outstanding performance during their service years between 2020 and 2023. The Tripartite gathers that the package includes 250,000 naira and scholarship up to PhD level. The Nigerian president also eulogized the awardees for their discipline, commitment, selflessness, teamwork, patriotism, and integrity. Those are some of the qualities that Tripartite promotes among workers, employers, and government functionaries. From one cheering news in Nigeria to another almost ugly story in Nigeria. Nurses are not only demanding better welfare in Nigeria. Let's see what's up in the UK. Reaction to the threat of new industrial action by Nurses and General Practices (GPS) has sparked passionate debates among readers of independent newspaper in the UK, with many expressing sympathy for National Health Service (NHS) workers, but differing on whether walkouts are the right approach. The Royal College of Nursing (RCN) has warned that its members feel deeply undervalued and will ballot for industrial action without strikes. There.
The Tripartite. Welfare, safety and health. A people united can never be defeated. Join us on the Tripartite, the Worker, Employer and Government Roundtable.
My name is His Excellency Ambassador Professor Tunji John Asaolu. I am the Secretary General, the United World Congress of Diplomats, UNWCD. I'm also the Chair of Governing Council, African Union Agenda 23 Ambassadorial Assembly. In AIT, a program that is being called Tripartite. Keep watching. It's a program that you shouldn't miss. Please stay tuned.
Thank you, Francis. Those are some of the stories shaping the world of work globally. Now, in our Let's Talk segment, we will bring you comments, reactions of officials in the Nigerian Nurses and Midwives Association, where they told government their demands, and their demands are embedded in the interviews you are going to hear from our Let's Talk segment.
The doctors their hands are full, so some of them are even looking stressed out. Sometimes to even find them to come change this cannula is hard because the nurses are the ones that usually stay around while the doctors attend to other cases or be in the office or stuff. So for like 2 days, you can see that 2 of my hands are swollen because they tissue badly due to the fact that there's nobody to help us out if I want to wee and stuff to change it in time. So
as I came, they said that they not tell me that they are not working. They just collect my card and writing my name, and they said I should go and sit down. I'll be sitting down there. They say they are on strike.
Well, as we reach there now, they say they are on strike, and we do not expect this strike because General Hospital, they're not supposed to hold them. Because for life, people's life, like my own and my daughter is not feeling fine. We come to see doctor to write medicine to buy. But as we come today, they say we cannot see doctor. And it's not good like that. Last time that it happened like this, many people died.
We are appealing to the people in charge. People are responsible to for this because we are always at the receiving end. And then we are appealing that something should be done urgently to save life because these people, some of our people that are sick here, there's no way they can be healed if they didn't do something with immediate effects.
We have just a 9-point demand from the national leadership of the association, ranging from one, the gazetting of the nurses scheme of service, which was approved since 2012. We also have the creation of the Department of Nursing in the Federal Ministry of Health. We also have the employment of more nurses and provision of equipment, hospital equipment in our hospital facilities.
We sympathize with our patients. We are not too happy that we are going on strike. But then these issues have been lingering for a long while.
Members have complied 100%. The patients have been discharged from the wards because there are no nurses to care for them. It's unfortunate that it has gotten to this situation. It's not, we're not happy that we've had to be pushed to this extent, but unfortunately we have to take this course of action to force the government to listen to the demands of the association.
The government, they've never been truthful, been straightforward with nurses in Nigeria. Nobody can tell me in this country that they've not been hearing about the attrition rate. The rate at which nurses are leaving the country is alarming. Super Falcons, we love them. They did very well. They brought the trophy. You gave them 150 of 18 million naira. Where nurses are being left unattended to. To me, it is now or never. If they fail to listen to us, indefinite strike actions will be embarked upon. So, a luta continua, Victoria Asata.
We will also bring you a meeting of the Nigerian government with the striking nurses and midwives. Yes, they suspended the strike. It was bid for 7 days, but we will give you the meeting that resolved the issues. We do not want hospitals shut down because workers' lives matter and patients' life matters as well. Let's talk now.
Come out to see me, no one. They meet for somewhere. Come to my office. He has done a lot for you. You guys have. He has done a lot for you. I am suspecting you and him.
I've said Just as the outcome of the meetings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's yes.
Tell us the outcome of this meeting.
Yes, as you know, this is a listening government. We've discussed with our colleagues in the Nigerian Nurses and Midwives Association, and we addressed the issues that they had raised, and we're very pleased that they have agreed to call off the strike, to put the Nigerian patient at the center of our attention. And we thank the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR for his leadership, and we encourage all health workers to adopt the same pro-social collaborative approach to lean in to iron out very long-standing issues. Some of the issues that have been raised have been on the table for many years, but we're glad that we've made significant progress, and that the transformation of Nigerian health sector will continue. So we appreciate all the leadership of the unions for their understanding as well.
So what measures will be put in place to make sure that this doesn't occur again?
Well, we've enjoyed 2 years of relative peace, and for the nurses in particular, this short warning strike, I think, brought certain issues that were present. There were establishment issues which we've now addressed. I think there are lessons that have been learned on all sides, and I know for sure that there is no nurse or health worker who will be proud to stay at home when patients are suffering. There are costs to these kinds of things, so we know that no one will do this lightly. And we in government, we haven't spent any time or wasted time to address this issue. And the leadership shown by the President and all my colleagues, the Minister of Labour, the Minister of Finance, the Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, leaning in to see that we address is really commendable.
I am Comrade Festus Osifo, President Pengasan, President TUC. You are watching Tripartite on AIT.
As we told you in our opening, let's give you the full presentation of Nigeria's Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Megeri Dingyadi, at the 113th session of the International Labour Conference, which held in Geneva, Switzerland.
Nigeria shares the ILO's vision of a just transition and acknowledges the sustainable development which hinges on inclusive economic growth, fair labor practices, and robust democratic institutions. The DG's report this year draws attention to current realities in the world of work, underpinned by global socio-economic, cultural, and technological transformations that threaten the once secured traditional jobs and livelihood of workers. Nigeria notes the theme of DG's report as it aligns with the mandates and aspirations of the priority areas of the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, which are designed to reposition Nigeria as a prime global investment destination. The agenda is hinged on the vision of pursuing and instituting sustained socio-economic prosperity for our country through attaining job creation, inclusiveness, food security, poverty eradication, economic growth, access to capital, improving the security of life and property, rule of law, and fight against corruption. These priorities aim at building a more just and equitable society that is essential and a critical component for our national growth and development. Distinguished delegates, I'm happy to inform that the federal government of Nigeria, with its tripartite constituents, are committed to advancing social justice. In furtherance of this, Nigeria signed onto the ILO Global Coalition for Social Justice as part of our continued commitment towards building an equitable society for all Nigerians and partnering with the ILO to achieve its goals and the global aspirations for the common good. In July 2024, Nigeria approved a new national minimum wage that was collectively negotiated aimed at ensuring improved living conditions for workers, which is part of our broader strategy for economic fairness, fair distribution of economic gains, and decent work. Moreover, on the issue of eradication of child labor, Nigeria, as a pathfinder country under Alliance 8.7, is intensifying efforts to eliminate child labor and forced labor. We are reviewing national legislation, building capacities of partners, strengthening institutions, and implementing community-based programs to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable children. We are conscious that over 60% of Nigeria's labor force operates in the informal economy. Therefore, through various support programs, tax reforms, and digital registration drives, we are transitioning informal businesses into the formal economy. In this regard, the federal government has recently reviewed the national employment policy to give full effect to its national aspirations and in ensuring decent work for Nigerians across all sectors. Mr. President, Nigeria has scaled investment in digital economy, infrastructure, and ICT training through initiatives such as the National Digital Literacy Framework. These efforts ensure that youth and workers are equipped for jobs of the future. We participate and look forward to the outcome of the standard setting ongoing discussions on the platform economy during this conference. Nigeria is persuaded that tripartism is an essential principle for lasting industrial peace and harmony. We have institutionalized mechanisms for collective bargaining and regular consultations among constituents to ensure peaceful industrial relations and collective policy making. Mr. President and distinguished delegates, the Federal Republic of Nigeria looks forward to contributing in no small measure to the progressive strategies and discussions in the various committees designed at closing the rising gap of inequality, devastating impact of climate change, widening technical threats, geographical insecurity, and instability in increasing high cost of living and trust deficit in institutions of governance. Finally, Mr. President, Director General, and distinguished delegates, we must continue to work together to mitigate the centrifugal forces that threaten our shared prosperity, which go beyond personal national goals. We must collectively resolve to chart a pathway towards an inclusive, equitable, resilient, productive, and sustainable world for generations to come. I thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome back. Now, at the Tripartite, we always yearn for stories that change the lives of workers, stories that inspire employers, and stories that make government feel that their policies are making impact in the life of the people. Let's do this again. I am your host, Abulu